champions, I should say, on their outstanding performances, and their teams, trainers, managers, you know, unbelievable, and they deserve full praise for it. I'm going to have a real moan. Boxing News, trade newspaper, two guys, a world champion, another guy challenging for the world title. They don't even get on the front page. It is a disgrace. Their ratings, didn't rate this guy.
We've had it all his career.
I mean, didn't rate. I mean, how on earth? What is going on?
This guy's put him up to number 3 in the British.
I'll tell you something. How many British fighters are going to be, you know, going to stand with him? You know, while we just talked about Terry. That for me, he won the title, and it was obviously under very controversial circumstances, and you know, we all got an opinion about that, and the fight went on. And his first fight as a defence is a mandatory against a tough guy. No one said, you know, before the fight, I don't think anybody fancied what would happen and how it developed the fight at all. You know, it's a very tough performance. And for me, one of the most outstanding performances, if not the best performance, of a world champion from Britain in the last 2 years or so. I mean, he annihilated the guy, he destroyed him. It was a fabulous performance, it was exciting. He's on the world stage now. That puts him there with everybody. I mean, I've had texts from a lot of people, Bob Arum, from quite a few people in the States saying, wow, what a show and what performances. And it wasn't a performance. You know, I had some great nights here with Ricky Hatton. I never see Ricky Hatton perform like that. He never took anybody out like that. I mean, it was just, I'm not being rude, I didn't think it was in him to do that. And it was just a fabulous, fabulous performance. And he deserves full accolades. And the Boxing News deserve to give these two guys a big apology. It's a disservice to boxing and a disservice to their readers. Who cares about what Matchroom have got to say about pay-per-view? This wasn't pay-per-view. This was one of the many shows you get for 12 quid. And this man, 7 years, is it 7 years to the day? To the day, he's been with me. He's kept the faith. He's kept the faith, and I promised him that I would deliver this fight, deliver him a world title. I promised him I'd get it over here for him, and I'll work my socks off to do it. He's been great with me. And Joe and I said a couple of years ago, and you put your fingers in your ears because you won't want to hear this, but we was talking about your brothers, and I said, he said it, and I said, well, I said it, you might agree with me, that you're the one. And I've always, if you asked any of the guys, I've always said that. You know, you're a fighter that rises to the occasion. He's a guy that, you know, he needs to get the bit between his teeth, and when he's got it, he turns it on. And again, it was a fabulous performance, a fabulous finish, and you know, we've got two great champions. And for me, it doesn't get any better than that. This is like back in the old days. This was a fabulous night, great night, and I know we have some big nights now. This will only grow and grow. The fans will come to see these guys. They're going to be big stars. There's no doubt about it, and they're going to get involved in some big fights over the next few years. So, you know, it's going to be onwards and upwards. And hopefully, they're going to both be on the card on the 19th of December. I've got to sort it out and have a chat with them about it. If they are, then we're going to have a fabulous night with Billy Joe Saunders and Andy Lee fighting these two guys in action. It won't get any better than that. So you've heard enough of me and my words. I'm sure you've got a lot of things you want to ask the guys, so please feel free to do so.
Frank, you mentioned Ricky there. What do you think he's going to take?
Well, you know, listen, I have, you know, Ricky Hatton, as I say, had some great nights with him. And, you know, culminated in him when it beat Costa Zoo at the time, which was a fight he went in as an underdog, and he'd done a fabulous job that night. I'm not being rude, but I mean, when I say from, I don't mean nowhere, like he's nothing. I mean, he's come from, you know, he's just suddenly jumped up, not just gone in there and won a title. He said, like, you know, I'm here, I'm the fella. You know, don't overlook me, because who do you see over here beating him? Andy Croller? And I know you're with Andy Croller, but I've got to tell you something, for me, I don't see anybody dealing with what he brings and what he brought tonight. How many fighters over there are going to deal with that? And how many fighters on the world stage? He's announced his arrival, and he will do it big time now, because you can only get more confident. He knows he deserves to be up there, and he was determined. I spoke to when we were done
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. We were talking. You know, it's done and dusted now. But we were talking. I'm not telling stories out of school, but it was. There was a little bit concerned about how Terry was in training, and I called him. And as I spoke to him, I thought, well, there's nothing to worry about here. Nothing at all. He just said what he had to say and did what he had to do in the ring. He advanced it big time. Didn't want to, delay or anything. Let's get on with it. Let's do it. I'm going to be alright tonight. I'm going to win the fight. And that's exactly what he did. He won it to start.
Terry, do you think that you've answered those critics on social media and stuff now saying you didn't deserve to win the title the first time, and with a performance like that, you've basically shut them all up?
Yeah, I think so. I think with Diego being ranked #1 and coming over here, there's even the bookies had it 50-50, and it was a close fight and made it look easier. I think getting him in, I don't think I can get shot. So yeah, I know the way the first fight went wasn't ideal, but I know deep down there the winning of that fight, and people are always going to criticise. They'll probably criticise now and say Diego was punchy or whatever, or he couldn't take a punch or whatever. But
Well, he couldn't take one of yours.
yeah, but I've had it all my career, and hopefully it'll stop now and people will start to stand up and people will take note.
So what was the game plan at the start?
There's always just a box and tight hands and use your feet, make him miss, and be sharp early on. And I could see him coming, I caught him easy enough, and reading, setting up his attacks, and when I caught him and hurt him, after the first knockdown he won 2 hurt, but then when I caught him again and he hurt him, I knew I could put everything on him because now he's coming back.
He slipped a couple of times, but I think there were at least punches involved. And you get a sense then that
Because he used my feet and stepped back and made him miss, and then he was looking for the jab body. I knew what he was looking for. He was trying to jab my body to bring my hands down to come bigger. He swings it wild, and knew the game plan to catch him down the middle and just be sharp, yeah.
Liam, what's it like to officially be the first world title holder from Liverpool in a long time?
It's a nice feeling. It's a nice feeling. I think 7 years to the day I made my debut, so it's been a good road. I've had a couple of injuries along the way, but we got there in the end, and I'm glad to be world champion. And I said when I watched Terry with this, I worked for BoxNation, and I said I hope I get my night, and my next fight was my night, so I'm buzzing over the moon.
And the 4 of you, the Smith brothers, I think it's 105 fights it's taken to get the world title between the 4 of you eventually. Will it be celebrated by the whole family? What will it mean to the whole family? Paul said he felt like he'd won a world title tonight.
Yeah, that's probably one of the only belts we're missing in the family, and they're not going to be bitter that I win it first. But, it is a bit sweet for me to get. I can't wait to get home. I can't wait for tomorrow to wake up and see the publicity and the things I get around me. I watched Paul win a bit of title before me. I watched Stephen win a Commonwealth title before me, and I seen what it meant there. So when I went and won it, I'd seen people just think, oh, the brothers have already won that. So it's one of them, and they've never won a world title, so I can't wait to see what I get now I'm world champion.
Is there a feeling that you all share in those titles because you're so close as a group?
Yeah, every title we go just goes home to the house. It's just, it's we're a family. At the end of the day, I'd say they're not gutted to have won first. It's nice to win it first, but they're not gutted that I've won it first. They've seen the reaction out to them. It's our first world title, and hopefully it's the first of many.
Have you spoken to your mum yet?
No, as I say, I haven't stopped, so now I know what it feels like to be world champion, because I haven't stopped since the minute I got off the ring.
But you will ring her, presumably?
Yeah, I'll ring her. I'll go and see her right now.
Famously, she turns everything off.
Yeah, I think she spoke to the brothers before, and there's a few people who phoned. But I'll go and see her right now.
She went at Bingo?
No, she's
What's happening?
Liam, Joe said you're going out to spar with Miguel Cotto ahead of the Canelo fight.
Well, yeah, that was the plan. I got asked to do that a while back. So, with a bit of luck, that'll come off again, and it can only help me. I've got no injuries now, so I'd love to spar him. He's been multi-weight world champion for years. He's got a massive fight coming up, so I can test myself against him and see where I'm at there.
Liam, as well, a very patient performance as well. Were you expecting it to go like that? Because essentially, as soon as you stepped on him, he sort of fell to pieces.
No, not so much. I didn't plan to go out and lose the first 2 rounds, and maybe the 4th or 5th as well. But I want to win the round, but get used to his rhythm, get used to his power as well. Do you know what I mean? And I maybe just started slow myself when he started quite quick, making me fall short. But I knew slowly but surely. I said to Joe at the end of round 3 that I said to him, it's my type fight. This is the way I wanted the fight to go. This is the way we planned the fight to turn out. And then I went and lost one of the rounds after that as well, because I just followed him around the ring but didn't do nothing. But I just knew gradually that I was getting to him, and the more I was going like that and he was going like that, then I just felt him sagging. And I think as soon as the jab the body and the right straight eyes and the body started landing, then I knew it was just a matter of time.
Joe, where does this rank for you, the second world title?
I don't know. Listen, some of the best nights have been kids. I thought Scott Cardle, Craig Evans have. Listen, there's been great nights when we didn't get wins. Obviously, Macklin and Stern, but winning a world title, Liam, it's fantastic, and I'm just proud for him not only being a Manchester kid, being here for years, watching all the Ricky Hatton nights, Karzag and Mike Tyson, but being here. And I was envious of Steve Maylett with Tedder being Manchester getting it first, but now here with Liam Smith winning it. I'm proud for the city of Liverpool as well. They've been, like I say, it's 22 years since the last world champion Hodkinson, and Liam Smith has done that, and it's a great fighting city as well as being a football city, and the fact that they're now got a world champion. And obviously with the news of Klopp winning the football, I think they'll be thinking the Premiership will be coming next year or not, won't they? So there you go. But like I say, it's a great night for me and the Smith family and everyone in Liverpool.
Just going back to that Ricky Hatton question at the beginning, Frank. Obviously, there's more fire now under Terry fighting here, and we've got Liam as a world champion as well. Can we ignite those nights again in Manchester that we saw in that period in 2005 with Ricky?
Of course we will. And you think about, I can think back, some of the fights we did with Ricky. We started off like 3,000-5,000 people here, and gradually build up bowling. Yeah, I'm talking about, when we was here, we didn't fill the place up, and it took time to do it. And we sort of thought by putting a show on the 10th of October here, there's no Premiership football on, but sod's law, we went up with 2 rugby matches on in the town as well. So it's all been, we'll be, and you've been fighting against that. But there's no doubt about it. This is the start of some real big shows here, some seriously big shows with local guys, and that's what will happen.
And serious question. Other promoters are doing deals with Al Heyman as well for their fighters. Are there prospects for these guys and you to unite with Al Heyman?
I would, listen, if the fight suits the guys that I'm involved with, I'll do it. If it don't suit, it won't happen.
And you'll take them to America to fight?
If need be. But, it's a step at a time. Amir Khan went off to the States, I believe, too early. If he stayed here longer, he would have built a bigger fan base, and who knows how many people would have gone to see him fight each time in the States. To build your fan base, and the fact of the matter is you've got, I think tonight is a catalyst for 2000, or the end of this year, when we do the show on the 19th, and next year to some really good things happening up here. We're going to keep building on it. And you look at the undercard, all the local guys on the undercard that we're fighting, some cracking young fighters there, and I'm looking forward to them coming through next year. We've got some really good talent. So we've had a good year. Mitchell Smith won your award, the best young fighter of the year. We've got, he's secured himself here. He's defended his title in sensational style. He's won a title there in a sensational style. It's great stuff. So we've got to build on it and keep building and building. And the more we can do, the better it's going to be for everyone. It means there's going to be more money around for everyone. And that's what they're in it for. They're professional fighters. They want the big fights, and we've got to pick the right fights at the right time. And that's.
Terry, did you feel you needed a big statement to after watching this defeat?
No, the plan always was to just go in and box and just win the fight. That's what I do. Just go in and get behind the jab and build into the fight. But the shot was there early, and we ended up getting him out of there.
Did you realise he was hurt? Because the first knockdown seemed to be a sort of like stiff right jab.
It was a right up one, the first knockdown, and yeah, he jumped back up and he waved me in, so I knew he was half alright. So I touched him with a jab a few times, get him to go, and then opened up with him and hurt him, and then just thought anything what he threw back, it was nothing, and just punched right through him.
So, I mean, what do you want to do next? Because there is those British fighters out there, but do you bigger plans to maybe unify the division?
Yeah, I'd love to have unification fights. I've always said I'll fight anyone in Britain, whoever Frank puts me in with, I'll fight. Like, I'm always fighting Perez again if he wins that. That's a possible fight, and that'd be a unification fight. And people like Derek Matthews, Mitchell, anyone I'll fight.
A lot of people are making you, but who do you say, apart from you, is the best lightweight in the world?
In the world?
Yeah.
I don't really look at the lightweights.
He don't know that. He couldn't name me 5 or 10. He couldn't.
I know one of them is.
Apart from outside Manchester, who's the best?
I know I've heard that when I was, he's pretty good, I won't mind fighting him.
Steve, is that part of the thing about Terry, that maybe the fact that
I just leave it to
because he doesn't know him?
He knows he's in good hands, doesn't he? You know, he's always left it to me from day one to train him, get his fitness right and diet and everything else. Now we've got Greg on board, he feels even bigger and stronger, but he's comfortable with his team. Frank,
yeah, I just put my trust in other people like Steve, and I know they only want for my best interest, so whatever he says I do.
I think you do watch these guys beforehand.
Only if I make it.
I
had to phone him and drag him up to my house. He didn't really watch the feed. I put it on for 5 minutes and went, oh, it's pretty good, isn't it? so he went, yeah, I had to stop watching it, I got a bit scared. So I wanted him to come and have a look at this kid because he can rush, and I didn't want Teddy getting rushed, and I told him he needs to stick to his boxing, and that's what he done. And I said the right hook could be there, and it was. He's been caught with right hooks in a few of his fights, and Teddy found it.
30 years of promoting world title match, where would you place tonight?
I've got to tell you something, it's, as I feel now, it's right at the top, because every time, you know, when you're promoting and you're looking at, you know, these young guys, and you look at getting, you know, you look at the success in the ring, you look at what you've been working on to hopefully get them into a position where they can go and do their business in the ring, and it just lifts me all the time. I love the sport. I love watching it. I love being involved in it, and I love seeing, you know, these guys go out and do it, and knowing that they're going to go on there and make money and hopefully secure their futures and their family futures. That for me gives me a tremendous buzz about it all. And I just think that you know, tonight it was a fabulous night. It really was. It's the way the fights turned out and the way they finished, and you know, when Liam's fight, the first couple of rounds, I was sitting there thinking to myself, I hope he's not just looking to find the big shot, and it's going to be one of those nights, you know, where you're looking to throw the big shot and suddenly a couple of rounds slip away, and you know, his tactics were dead on, and once he started letting his shots go, he done brilliantly. So it was, you know, it was just exciting, and it was great. It's just a shame we didn't have the big one on, but with you know, the big one between Billy and Andy. But we've got it on the 19th of December.
He phoned me. Was on the phone to you? It was a.
Yeah, he's phoned me.
Well, I was doing it
just sweet.
Into Mike, and I got past the phone. It was him. Yeah.
He wasn't
his phone. No. He's just tweeted. No, he went here.
Are you playing football tomorrow?
No game.
No game. Would have done if there was a game. I was relieved of that.
But he come to see you tonight, didn't he, Wayne Rooney?
No, he didn't come
in.
No.
He said he was stuck in traffic, so he rushed
back. He went to rugby, and I said he was stuck in traffic.
Luke, is your attitude to the series now going forward and bring on whoever?
Yeah, so I'm excited to see who shouts my name now. I've got a world title, and I want a world title, they've got to shout my name. So, you know, instead of getting shouted by all the domestic ones, I'm going to be getting shouted by other people. Seeing Shane Modi shout Kane Armbundage out before he lost his title to Charlo. So, you know what to say, he's not going to start shouting my name out. So, I'm just excited to see now.
It's a nice position to be in.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's very nice to be sitting here.
Frank, is there a chance we could see Terry defend against Derry in December or not?
Well, we're going to have a chat and see, but you know, he's obviously a possibility. We'll make a decision after we've all talked. Yeah, we'll sort it out in a week. See what it's like. But so, you know, domestic fights are great. You know, they're always you know, good fights to see. So we'll see. Right, gentlemen and ladies. Sorry.
Coach is ringing me up.